Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VIII walkthrough. Alright, most of this video is actually going to be playing cards. There really isn't a whole lot of plot related stuff here. However, in the last video there we were kind of outside Dalit, and then I ran over here to this coast to fight some of these adamantoids. Unfortunately, I think these guys are not the right level, and thus I cannot get what I want from them. So, it's degenerated, dude. I think this just kills dudes. Yeah, boom. But they do have some kind of interesting items, even if you're not the right level. And I don't remember where the cutoff is, but later on they drop. I think they drop some stuff for Zell's best weapon, possibly even other characters as well. But I'm not sure on that. It's been a while since I've been playing it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Squall's not doing very much damage here. I think these things have really good defense. Quistis, on the other hand, just destroys. There we go. So that's the end of that. Some of the victory poses in this game are hilarious. Okay, so those are my current levels. I didn't want to go out of my way to do, you know, like a ton of extra leveling, but I'm trying to remember. I think we get some turtle shells here as the reward, which I don't remember what it does. I think it's teaches your guardian forces something. It's probably not that useful, if I remember correctly. Vitality plus 20%. Okay, so, I don't know. I guess the way I look at it is, if you've got a Guardian Force that is going to learn it anyway, you can just use that item, and then you won't have to, you know, waste a bunch of battles and AP trying to actually learn it. But, yeah, other than that, I don't know. I guess I did one more battle here. Maybe not. Maybe? Sorta? Maybe I did? Yeah, looks like it. Not really sure why, but again, I guess it's good to at least know that this is the one of the locations you can fight these. I don't think this is the only spot that you can fight them, but it's definitely an easy one to get to. Obviously, we're already able to get there now. So, what am I doing here? Time with Squall, frankly. And this is why I was kind of saying in some of the other videos how useful Quistis is. I mean, her, not only Degenerator, but I mean, she's got like Mighty Guard, I think, and what else do I have with her? Oh, I missed it. She's got all kinds of fun limit breaks right now. So she's a lot like the other games. She's kind of like the Blue Mage or like Strago from Final Fantasy 3 or 6, however you wanna say it. What else has got Blue Magic? There's Blue Magic in, is it 5? I forget. 7, it's like the enemy skill materia. So yeah. Alright, I took out all the footage of me running back to Dalit. I didn't think it was all that useful, but we're going to come into town here now. I would say save outside if you're going to try to manipulate the cards, like I did here. Um, it's kind of annoying. I would say again, check out some specific guides on cards and how you spread rules, because I don't remember the exact details, but like, look at all these rules: open, random, same, elemental, and then the trade rule was different, or difference, I should say. I think that's what that is. Alright, so I got rid of the elemental rule. I don't know if that's useful or not to get rid of. I mean, it kind of is. It's one less thing that you need to worry about, I guess, or that you need to factor in. But I'm not sure if I kept that, or if, you know, I left that as is, or if I, you know, went back and redid it. Again, so from here, I've got a bunch of different cuts in my videos, and I tried to just cut out a ton of the pointless garbage that I did. And so hopefully I didn't forget anything actually useful. I think I did a pretty good job of checking out what I removed and what I kept. But here I'm just running back to Timber. I was going to again mess around with the trading, or with the rules, not trading necessarily, but with the actual base rules. So let's see. As always, good idea if you're planning on doing anything with the cards and moving rules around. You'll want to save your game. And then I know the guys here at the gate will play cards, so this is a good opportunity to kind of monkey around with the rules. Reason being, obviously, you're right at the gate, so you can just save outside, run right inside, and then try to change the rules. But open, random, and same. Okay. I don't know if I don't think anything changed here. Let's see. And then there's some goofy stuff where, like, oh, now he doesn't play with random. Okay. There's some goofy stuff where, like, Balam has the fewest amount of rules, so at the beginning it's best to try to spread, like, the open rule using Balam's, because it's the only thing that it's got. And then and again, now I don't remember the exact details of how to get rid of, like, we'll say random. I don't remember. But you know, there's some rules that are easier to deal with than others. Like, again, open. I think that's one of the best rules in the game, just because it makes you or makes your opponent play with their cards face up. And if you don't play with that, you can't tell necessarily what cards the enemy or the other player has. So that can be a little bit more challenging, obviously, trying to plan out your moves. So I think that it's a good idea to spread that rule at the very least. I am going to stay here at the whatever this is, the Timber Inn. Yeah, and or at least I thought I was going to. Maybe not. Okay. Huh. I thought I did. One of these inns has a magazine in it that you can only get if you stay there. I thought it was the Timber one though. I guess we'll find out here eventually. Okay. Why does the hotel have what looks to be some sort of steam engine at the top? That's really weird. Oh, got a secret admirer, I guess. Over in Let's get a free potion from that guy. Yeah, I'm gonna head over here to the newspaper. Yeah, Timber Maniacs. Here we are. This guy on the right side of the building, yeah, I'm not sure why I went inside. We don't need to go inside. The guy on the right side here, we need to speak with, and we can encourage him to be a journalist or something like that. Yeah. Alright, I think that's it. And I don't remember what that's for, but that's obviously later on. I don't remember if we get, maybe get a magazine from him or something like that. I don't remember. Let's see if I go back into the hotel. Yup. Okay. Alright, so let's pay the 100 gil. And there's the magazine on the table, so we'll just grab that. Just reading it. Okay, cool. I don't remember what the Timber Maniacs magazines are for either. I really don't. Okay. Let's get out of here. Alright, so I think the rest of this should be all card playing stuff. Let's see. Alright, so I guess we're going to run back over to Dalit, I think it is, yeah. So what I did was, again, I don't think I realized that, like in Dalit, I don't think we can get rid of all of the crummy rules. And that's just because of the way that the rules carry from region to region. Like, again, if you carry rules from a region that doesn't have as many rules, it can be difficult to get rid of some of the other region's rules, if that makes sense. Again, I'd say it's a really good idea to check out a specific guide. And there's some really kind of, I don't know if you want to call them cheap, but handy ways to get around the RNG. Now, I don't know if that if that stuff works if you're playing on an emulator or not. I wasn't. This is a good old fashioned PlayStation. Actually, this might have been playing on my PS3, but either way, the ways that you can kind of monkey with the RNG, which is a random number generator, if you're not familiar with that term. But there's a lot of randomness when it comes to when rules are abolished and whatnot. And there's a way to monkey around with that. Now, obviously, so I didn't want to abolish the open rule, so I just did a soft reset. Soft reset, by the way, is I think the top 4 buttons: L1, L2, R1, R2, and then select and start all at the same time. You may not need to hit all of those. I don't remember, but that's usually what I do. So, anyways, alright, let's try this again. Let's fire this back up. So yeah, I did not want to abolish the open rule, which is why I reset my game there. Alright, so let's try this again. Let's play with Dalit's rules and ours. Oh, Dalit's rules. Yeah, I don't think I wanted to spread Dalit's rules here anyway. I'm not really sure why I did this. I think this was when I was learning the rules and like how to spread the rules and stuff, cuz yeah, I don't think that's useful. Oh, and wow, I just realized that I ran across over to Dalit, and then I had a splice in my video and I was back at Timber. Whoops. All right, I guess we're gonna run back. But yeah, so I don't know that I don't know what you can even get rid of in Dalit at the moment. Obviously, I did get rid of Elemental, and I'm not sure how I got rid of that, but getting rid of Random would be awesome as well. I just don't know if that's possible right now. Yeah, that the random rule is pretty horrible. That one is not a good one at all. I think that one is where you don't get to pick your cards that you want to play with. It just randomizes whatever cards you're going to play with. So that one wouldn't be so bad. Excuse me. That one wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have a massive collection of cards. But, you know, even then, okay, so you win a couple of cards, and then, all right, now you've got a bunch of extra cards that are, you know, potentially junk that you would possibly be selected to play. So again, I think the random rule is one of the worst ones in the game, if not the worst, and for that exact reason. All right, so let's continue into Dalit here. Don't remember what I'm going to accomplish here, but go to the hotel, I guess. Hotel Dalit. This isn't a horrible place to save. I think this is one of the areas, actually, the Dalit Hotel, where it's recommended to. Yeah, this is definitely playing on my PS3. It's kind of recommended to save your game here because it's easier to manipulate the rules. I should say easier to manipulate the RNG. The reason being, when you change, shouldn't say when you change scenes. When you move from one area to the next, it's counted as like that bumps up the RNG counter, I guess, by 1. So when you do stuff like this, if you can save in an area and play cards with a person right there without having to kind of switch to a different area, it won't bump up that RNG. So it's again a way to kind of manipulate the RNG in a more efficient or a better way. All right, so let's see what we're gonna. Oh, now I press no. Galbadia's rules. I'm trying to think of what. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Open random same. Open rule has spread. Okay, so I guess I was trying to get the open rule to spread. I guess. And that's one of the ways to manipulate the RNG as well. So like when the person was asking me whether or not I wanted to play, by pressing no, I was moving the RNG 1 spot ahead. And again, like the best way I would say is to look at an in-depth guide on how to change the rules. It's going to do a heck of a lot of a better job than I can. But there's some interesting things that you can do to, I guess, cut down on the randomness of the random number generator in this game. So, kind of interesting. It's pretty rare that you can do that in such a beneficial way, I would say, in a game. It's usually pretty tough to accomplish things like that. But, yeah. So, all right. I'm not sure if that was my only goal here. Was to get the open rule to spread. I'm not sure. And like I was saying earlier, I think we're limited in what we can actually do. I'm not sure if we can get rid of random or not, but that would have been definitely one of the goals I would have been shooting for here. So let's see if I get rid of it or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that all worked out. Open random, same, yeah, still the same rules. And hopefully if I did get rid of it, oh, nope, open rule has spread again. So I must have been saving and resetting my game and stuff. But yeah, so anyways, I'm not sure if I got rid of that random rule or not, but that definitely would have been the most important one to get rid of. That rule is just terrible. Super annoying. Alright, I guess we're going to continue on here. I know there's a weapon. Actually, I think that's the weapon store right there, the Nautilus. And, alright, so this is... I don't know, what is this? This is like a bar slash casino. And we're going to go upstairs here. And I think there's a hidden save point in here that if you have Siren's ability, you'll be able to see it, which I think I did have. Yeah, move find. There it is. So there it is. You can see the save point now. This is another one of the areas I know that's recommended to kind of play around with the RNG and try to get some cards or some rules kind of the way you want them. So unfortunately, though, like I say, you need to have that move find ability, and that's from Siren. What rules did I have there? Open and random. Oh, speaking of Siren, there's her card right there. So again, now this is playing with random. Obviously, I wasn't able to select the cards, and I'm not sure if I was expecting to win or lose this one. I'm not sure how this turned out, but it would be pretty nice to win that card right away. Oh no, I don't think that's gonna happen now. That was a pretty major loss. Yeah, that's gonna be really difficult to recover from. Oh, no, okay. Ended up with a tie. Wow, okay. So, anyways, that guy has the Siren card. Okay, weird. It's got some really weird dialogue. Boy, now I'm wondering if I ever got rid of that random rule or not, because that is just it's so annoying. I mean, look at these cards. I could be playing with, like, you know, a bunch of Marbros, and well, although I guess I did get one here. But so what I usually do then is, if I can't really get anything good going, I'll usually like try to bait them with a really crappy card, and then make sure that I can kind of reclaim it. But yeah, I don't know if that's working out so great. Yeah, this is at best a draw. I don't think I can pull this one off. Yeah, that probably makes sense to put that there. Yeah, that's a draw. Nope, that's a loss. Alright. No! I took my two best cards. I guess out of that hand, those aren't my two best. Got a long way to go. Yeah, boy, playing with that random rule is horrible. So I am really wondering if I was ever able to get rid of that or not. Or maybe I just dealt with it and was like, okay, well, I'll just deal with it for the time being until I can get out of this area. Because that's the other good thing, you know, I mean, to be honest, I still think the best area in the game to play cards is Balam Garden. And You know, there's some other really good places to play too, but for the time being, I would say that's the best. Oh, another draw. Not doing so hot. Almost. So if you notice, there's a magazine here on the table. I don't know if that's another Timber Maniacs or not. Kind of looks like it might be, but actually, I don't even know if that's a magazine that we can play with. And then I think this guy, once you win, I think he moves to like a back room or something like that, and he'll play cards with you back there too. Which, yeah, that sounds really bad. That sounds kind of sinister, but them's the breaks. Ugh. There we go. Might be able to pull this one off. Oh yeah, I got this one. Alright, so that's finally a win. I know I didn't need any more cactars. I had so many whatever needles or whatever you get by refining those down. You're pretty good. Alright, so there you go. Once you beat him, he goes to the back room, and then we can play cards with him back there too. But that's about all the time I've got left, so I think I'm going to save my game and call it a day. Yeah. Alright, and we'll pick it up right where we left off. So, as always, hope this guide was at least somewhat helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.